Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, guys? It's good to see you back on a Saturday night for a Mogul House live with a special guest tonight. With two special
Hi.
guests tonight, actually. How's it going, Helena? How are you?
It's good. It's
good?
good.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. I've missed you guys.
I missed you too. Last time I saw you was like a long time ago.
I know.
It was
Was
like
it was it the last Mogul show?
Uh, but probably, yeah.
That's December.
Wait. Oh, no, it was for your 12-hour stream, I believe.
That was also December.
Oh my gosh.
Either way.
Anyways, guys, we have also here on the co-host chair, Mr. Darren Kirk,
We're out here.
fellow musician, fellow Mogul House Live performer,
Alumni,
streamer.
if you will.
Hey, nice. How are you? How are
I'm
you
doing fantastic. I'm really excited to get in here and co-host, and I'm really excited to hear Helena's music. It's gonna be really awesome.
Hey, amazing, guys. How are you? How's it going? How's your Saturday?
gosh.
Are you guys ready to hear some music? Queen Helena, hey, parce, John.
There's so many friends in the chat.
There's so many
Estrax,
people.
hello. John, Pastel.
Parce,
Who did I miss?
Mel,
I missed Mel.
John
Hi, Mel.
Foss. We saw Foss as well.
How you doing?
How's it going, guys?
How
You
so
guys-
many legends.
Ready for some
Thanks, John.
Helena Meyer? It's gonna be a little different tonight because I'm gonna be hosting and playing as well for Helena. Because I honestly thank you for asking me to play.
I miss playing with you, Sonata.
It's been so long and it's been an honor to play with you. If you guys didn't know, we played for Mogul House live in LA, which was also last year, right?
Yeah,
Oh, last
because
year?
we sang a Christmas song.
Oh, we did. Right.
That's
That
why
was
she
fun.
knows.
That's why I
she knows
remember.
it was
yeah.
December.
Hey,
I was like, let's just pull
out.
out White Christmas again and just,
We're just gonna jam. We're gonna have an early Christmas music for y'all.
or late, depending, I guess.
Late. Well, hey.
Are we
love it.
like smack dab in the middle of both? No, not yet, right? We're like a month away from.
Yeah.
Month
yeah,
or two away.
What a month away?
June is a
A
month.
away.
June 25th, so technically end of June
Yeah.
is half.
So we're like 2 months away. Well, we're like a month
A
and a half
month,
away.
and yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
It's time for some.
It's Christmas
music
time.
today. Just kidding. Only guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. How's it going? Foss as well. Thank you so much for the follow.
Meowdy.
Ledge.
That makes me so happy.
You know. How's it going,
Meowdy to
guys?
you too.
Well, before we start with some music, for those who don't know you, Helena, who are just kidding.
Who are you? That's an
I
existential
actually got to know Helena first on Twitch, but do you wanna talk a little bit about your experience?
Sure.
How did we meet? How
Yeah.
did we all meet?
Yeah, we met all on Twitch,
On
which
Twitch.
is so fun.
I love Twitch.
So yeah, I started streaming. When did I start streaming? September, I think, and then I met you. I think at the end of September, October-ish,
Right.
and here we are.
Here we are.
Which is
I met you
crazy.
in a different chat actually. I remember
know,
that.
at
It was
Anna
in
Luther.
Anna Luther.
So good.
She's amazing, y'all.
Man,
And
so many good streamers.
so many good streamers indeed. But fun stuff, guys. Should we jump into
Yeah,
I
Song if
definitely
you
want
want
to hear
to.
some music.
let's
Wanna
do
hear
some
some music?
music. Let's do it.
All right, guys. Well, if you guys don't know, links are gonna be in the chat. Helena, command Helena, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify,
Got it all, thanks.
a bunch of stuff. You know how it is. You know how it is. So, but yeah, shout out to Louis for being here. As always, taking some
Louis!
photos, being the mod.
best.
Shout out to our producer of the night, Mr. Closure Club,
There he is.
aka Heathy, aka Hifisito, aka many names.
AKA.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging. We're gonna play some music for
Ahoy.
you. Which one are we gonna play first?
We're gonna do. It's a favorite in my stream. It's called Talk,
Hey,
and that's. I mean, we can talk about more of it afterwards, but
We'll talk.
we'll
about more.
we'll
We'll
talk.
talk.
We'll
There you
talk
go.
more about it. Nice,
Next,
John. Yes,
next, you get to see you. Well, guys,
Bishop. We
Oh,
miss
Bishop.
you.
We
got Bishop in
We
the chat. I'm in
miss
the
you.
Bishop
Chat.
seat
yo,
today.
we miss Bishop, but
Bishop, we miss you.
Darian is doing a great job in the
Pastel,
chair.
I miss you too.
It feels comfy. I told him I feel the love.
It
Feel
is.
the love
it
in
is
this.
super
Yeah, it's
comfortable.
like
know?
just want to chill. Oh my
I
gosh,
do,
I'm gonna
I do.
kick things. This is not a good idea.
Maybe not that.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, this is Helena Meyer for y'all. I'm gonna be playing a little guitar as well, but
Let's do it.
Two
just
legends.
talk.
Malia, thanks for the 7 months. could see you pouring away, putting in your 2-week notice, bailing on important moments like I wouldn't notice. Dodging takes in the morning, wandering eyes in the fakest grin. All these signs trying to force my hand like I wouldn't notice. All that I can let you do, I believed your every word, now I'm confused. Was it all just talk when you told me I'm what you need, I'm what you need? Was it all just talk when you say that you'll never leave, you'll never leave? Where did we go wrong to get so far, so far from the time we talked and you told me I'm what you need, I'm what you need. I've never been here before. Is there a return policy? Do I have to show my receipts of the things you said and the things you didn't do? They won't leave my head. What's the point of asking you? Was it all just talk when you told me I'm what you need, I'm what you need? Was it all just talk when you said that you'll never leave, you'll never leave? Where did we go wrong to get so far, so far from the time we talked and you told me I'm what you need, I'm what you need. Said I gave you all my good days, had it end up going this way. Thought I finally had a good thing, but it was all just talk when you told me I'm what you need, I'm what you need.
Wow. That was incredible. That was incredible.
Thank you.
I have to ask,
Yeah.
that song, I mean, the entire time I was listening to it, totally like just resonates this, I'm assuming a relationship that something happened, but
Yeah.
what inspired that song? Like what actually inspired that song? Because I know
Yeah.
sometimes, like as an artist, you'll just kind of write a song about
Oh, yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
and not have gone through it. So
Yeah. So what's funny about this song is this is the only breakup song I have out.
gotcha.
And everyone is really like grabbed onto this one. I'll explain the story. So I work with a producer pretty exclusively. He's phenomenal. His name's Josh Zegan. He's actually releasing lo-fi stuff right now, which is super fun.
Awesome.
Under Bam Peasley is his name, which is amazing. But anyway, so anytime I walk in and we start any kind of a session, it's really 30 minutes of therapy at the beginning. And I'm just like, let me just tell you about what my life has been the last like however long. It's like, great. And then we turn it into a song.
Nice.
Which is super fun. In this case, I think Olivia Rodrigo, like her stuff had kind of just come out. And we're like, we haven't really tried this super acoustic, broken down kind of feel, because usually we're pretty up in production and things like that. And so with this one, I had told him a story the session prior, like a few sessions prior, of this guy. In chat, a few people will affectionately know him as $50 guy, and this is why. I'll explain. Here's the story. So
You can't drop us with that.
yeah,
and then
right.
just
So
leave it
I
there.
was telling my producer this story. And basically, it was this guy that I was seeing at the time, and went to visit. We were long distance. See, yeah, there we go. We were long distance, so I went to visit, and long story short, just did not give me the time of day the entire time I was there. Hadn't seen each other in like 3 months. It's on the last night before we go. We had gone to dinner like once the night before, but the rest of the time, enough so to where his roommates were like, take her out. Like, what are you doing with your life? Take her out. And so the last night we're driving around, I'm like, oh, like, there's a Taco Bell. And I love Taco Bell. Like, I don't care, anyone who hates on Taco Bell, I freaking love Taco
amazing.
Bell. It's a love language, and it is mine. Right? And so I was like, oh, we could get some Taco Bell. Like, that could be a vibe. And without missing a beat, without missing a single beat, he's like, well, I already spent $50 on you. So you could either pay for it yourself, or we can have leftovers from the fridge from like, I don't know how long. He's a dude. So I'm like, and like your stereotypical dude, not that like it's bad to be a dude, but your stereotypical like kind of frat boy, like food out, long period of time. Yeah. I don't know, like maybe it was a living organism by then. And so I bought Taco Bell for us, didn't think anything of it until I told the story, and then they're like, that's not how you're supposed to be treated. And I was like, oh. And I think we broke up like a week after.
How long were you seeing him?
3 years, almost. It was like 2.5, 3 years. Yeah, so anyway.
And $50 was just too much after 3
years.
Huh?
Yeah. And yeah, I'd watched him, because he had a camping trip later that week. And so I watched him spend like a crap ton of money on that.
So much more important.
What? And so, yeah. So anyway, so I told him the story and like didn't think much of it at the time, like my producer, the story. And then I come into the next session. He's like, I've been thinking.
That's a great sign.
He's like, so I've been thinking about the $50 guy story. And it had never been coined that way. And so I just thought it was the funniest thing. And I'm not one to like, I don't like calling people out. That's not really my vibe. I especially as a musician, I feel like you have such a higher platform. And it's like, I asked to be in the spotlight. They didn't. Even though, you know, he was a jerk, it doesn't give him the right to, you know what I mean? Or it doesn't give me the right to like blast him everywhere. Right. And so, but yeah, it just, so that was kind of what sparked the beginning of this song. And
should we take a sip for the $50 guy?
Yeah,
look at you.
we should.
Let's just take a sip.
Cheers.
We're not pouring one out for the homie, for sure.
Oh, yeah, no. For ourselves.
Guys. Cheers, y'all.
We made it. We did it.
We did it.
Here we go. Yeah, we go.
Cheers.
We all collectively did it.
Yeah, you did
it. I still stayed with him, though. That wasn't the reason I broke up with him.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Wait. So you're telling me there was more to the story even after the $50 comment?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I can understand. Like, you're with someone for 3 years.
3 years.
You give them a little grace.
Well, it's hard. Relationships are so hard because I feel like there is this weird balance that we have right now of like people getting out of relationships because they're hard versus, you know, because I think it's important to fight for relationships, but especially in a dating period, you're like, okay, I want to make sure that I'm fighting for the right thing for the right reasons.
Right.
And so I didn't want to give up on it because I cared about him. Mm-hmm. And we were friends long before that. And I didn't want to be somebody who just stepped out of it. I'm a little loyal to a fault. Hey. And so it took my mom actually got on the phone. She's like, you need to stop this madness. And I'm like, okay. So then I literally like broke up with him the same day.
Shout out to Mama Mayer.
My mom is an icon.
She's
like
amazing.
oh man, what a woman.
I love her. I had the pleasure to meet her last year, and she's just she's amazing. Like, your whole family is amazing.
They're pretty great. I'm a little biased because I you know, but they're amazing. They're amazing.
Well, you heard it there, guys. The story behind Talk.
There you go.
It was what a story. What a $50 story.
Oh yeah, and well on my stream too. What's really fun about it is if we get a $50 tip, 50 gifted subs above, there's a little emote that'll pop up, a little animation that says $50 guy and Taco Bell, the Taco Bell sign.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, there's little things that we've brought into it.
That needs to be like your song that you play when that happens
too.
Right?
Well, and the thing that's nice about it is like he can stay super anonymous too, because why would he want to say that was him? So it like works out.
And why would you want to give him any credit for it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
It's your song now.
So. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Speaking of that, what is the next song?
The next song, I think it's
is it Coffee?
Coffee, yeah.
Is it?
Well, yeah, it is. I think it is. We can check.
We did have a few.
I forget.
Really, it's really up to you. Like we want.
Oh
like,
yeah.
it's
Oh yeah.
whatever
I think
you
we have coffee. There was, yeah.
Yeah, coffee.
What was my? Yeah.
Coffee
Yeah.
and
It's coffee.
pajamas.
It's coffee.
We did have a few
We're doing a cover.
resubscriptions as well, where we
Oh,
had a
did we?
resubscription of 7 months
Oh, amazing.
from Leah Ray. And we also had Starburst Mel gifted a sub and actually two
Moba.
subs. Gifted 2 subs, one to you
Hey,
Oh.
yeah.
Hey,
and
thanks.
gifted a sub to Mogulbot as well.
I'll buy you
Mogul,
dinner.
yeah,
Where are we
exactly. There it is.
going?
Also, BKS_ there. Thank you so much for the follow as well.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for just being here, hanging with us. If you have any questions, there you go. That's a perfect example. Pastel just gave us a question there. And yeah, feel free to ask anything that you want for Helena. We'll pull some questions up later
Oh, yeah.
as well. And if you haven't followed Helena, I don't know what you're doing.
What you
Go
doing?
follow. You should actually just watch and then follow, or both. Just
Yeah.
Yes.
If you
just
like
do
what
it.
you see, then follow. You know.
She streams here on Twitch. She's
I do.
amazing. I've been there for quite a long time.
You are the reason I'm the streamer that I am.
No,
Sonata.
no,
If
no,
we're
no,
being
no.
honest,
You- no, no, no.
the amount of Discord calls, that I'm like,
It was-
please help me.
It was. I remember those days. It was quite. It was fun though. I
Yeah.
had fun. I
Yeah,
had fun.
I feel like I know what I'm doing now.
You are a pro. You're
I wouldn't go that
You're
far.
a famous pro. You're gonna. Let's see.
Let's see.
So go follow Helena, guys.
God bless
Space.
Sonata. Amen.
Oh my gosh. No.
Also, Pastel, I'll go anywhere. Just let me know.
You just gotta come, parce. You just gotta
You
come.
just gotta come. We gotta have
Um,
another party.
Yeah. Space also. Thank you so much. Also, Gluma. It's nice to see you. And Space. Thank you so much for gifting us up to Gluma as well in
Hi,
chat.
Trey.
Hi,
Oh my
Trey.
gosh.
Chadley, how are you? Misera. as
Cheered
well.
100 bits.
Chad, thanks for those 100.
Thank you guys. Thank you for all the love tonight.
Awesome.
We appreciate it.
Amazing.
If you haven't followed Mogul House, and if you're watching, just follow Mogul House because we're here
Do it.
every Saturday night, 7 p.m. PST with a new artist. And tonight we have the wonderful Helena Meyer, and streamer, artist, singer, great songwriter. You have it all. You have
well,
it all. Yeah.
well.
Come on. But we're gonna.
Thanks for
oh
those
my gosh,
gifted,
Mel,
Mel.
what? What?
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
Mel, we're
goodness.
so grateful for you.
Mel, thank you so much for that.
Every time I look away, I just need to keep looking away because every time I look away, there's
Hey,
like a
there's
new.
so many.
There's like a new
What
sub.
doesn't she do? I will tell you what I don't do. So many things.
Wow.
You do. Also, she gave me a gift, y'all, today.
I did.
And we're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah,
but
we
like,
will.
it's amazing. It's like it couldn't be more perfect.
I'm
Like, telling you.
I was so excited when I saw it. Like, probably just the amount of excitement was unreal. It's like, yes. Even my mom was like, you know who would love this?
Well, it was like I told you, it's perfect. I literally can see it right now.
To
so,
get him
like,
an
it's
actual
like-
otter.
Well,
Basically.
basically, literally,
Yeah.
literally.
Literally.
So,
His name's Kevin. I'm just kidding. I don't even
well,
know
actually,
his name.
I mean, we. Now we're
just
naming Kevin. That is perfect. That was so natural.
Thank you.
So like.
Thank you. Cool,
now.
Kevin.
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 Okay, cool.
Kevin.
Well,
meet Kevin.
let's play some.
Yeah.
I was gonna say talk. No, let's do some coffee.
Some Tori Kelly. That's
Some
what.
Tori Kelly. Some
We're gonna
Tori
do some
Kelly. If
Tori
you guys
Kelly,
love
friends.
Tori Kelly,
Bring it
Tori
on.
Kelly.
that's it.
Awesome.
So
Although I'm
this is
gonna
Tori
sip
Kelly,
some of my
guys.
tea.
Right.
Are we doing a sip?
Oh.
Are we doing
Are
a
we
sip?
combined sips?
Are we doing a combined sip?
Please. Cheers again.
Yo, this is quite heavy as well.
This is my hand's shaking, and it's not like I'm nervous. It's just my hand is shaking. I don't know what my deal is. I'm not though. I'm feeling great. I just like, I'm like, hello.
Yeah, but you-
Maybe my body is, and I'm like mentally it's not, but my body hasn't like caught up to the fact that I'm not. Corey Telly. Yeah. Okay.
Corey Telly.
Well.
Oh, Darren, you need stickers on your bottle.
Hey, well, they actually.
Do you want a
I
Mogul
have
sticker?
stickers on my bottle. I do.
Oh.
See? I have stickers on my bottle.
Yeah.
They're there. You can see
You
them.
just
They're just not. They don't have anything on
Yeah.
them, but they're stickers.
That should be a command.
We'll get you a mobile sticker.
Yeah. There you go.
What?
There you go.
What?
It'd be my
What?
first sticker.
What? Sorry.
It'd be my, actually no. It'd be my third because I have 2 here.
We'll have to see it. We'll have to see it.
It'd be my third.
All
All right. So
guys.
which song is this again?
This is Coffee.
Coffee.
It's one of her. Is it her newer-ish?
Well, last year, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear it.
Sweet. Let's
Cannot
do
wait
it.
to hear it.
How do you want to set the tempo, or do you want me to set the tempo?
We can do. I think right. Amazing. my pillow, caressing your cheek when you were tired and yawning. I'm jealous of the steering wheel. You wrap your hands around that seatbelt on your chest, still when your heart holding you down. I envy the cup of coffee that kisses you every morning. Ooh, ooh, I want to jump over the edge for you to get to you. Ooh, ooh, I'm walking ocean to get to you. Next to you, it's unfair, 'cause I'm missing you way too much. I'm missing you way too much. And I'm wishing you were right here, because I'm missing you way, way too much. And I know that it's so silly of me to be jealous of all these stupid things. I'm missing you way too much. I'm missing you way too much. And it's unfair. It's unfair. Ooh. I'm crazy to wanna hold you like the clothes on your body. I would trade places with the air that rushes by you so softly. Ooh, ooh, I want to jump over the edge for you to get to you. Ooh, ooh, I'm walking ocean to get to you. Next to you, it's unfair, 'cause I'm missing you way too much. I'm missing you way too much. And I'm wishing you were right here, because I'm missing you way, way too much. And I know that it's so silly of me to be jealous of all these stupid things. I'm missing you way too much. I'm missing you way too much. And you got the things I need, but they're always out of reach. And I always have to dream to get you close to me. And it's unfair. And even the stars that shine get to see you at night. And it all reminds me of you. Maybe that's the reason why it's unfair, 'cause I'm missing you way too much. I'm missing you way too much. And I'm wishing you were right here, because way too much. And I know that it's so silly of me to be jealous of all these stupid things. I'm missing you way too much. I'm missing you way too much. And it's unfair. It's unfair. I'm missing you way too much. Amazing. Sonata, you are so good.
Wow.
I'm trying.
I'm trying.
Well, if you're just joining in, we should mention that my name's Darren. I'm co-hosting here with Sonata today, and we are here with the lovely Helena Meyer.
Ooh.
And she just played, that was called Coffee, right?
Yeah.
Coffee.
From Tori Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely amazing. I love that
Thank
cover.
you.
You played it so well.
Thank you.
Played and sang it so well. Oh my goodness.
Sonata
Amazing.
is just...
Well,
Amazing.
I'm trying. Tori Kelly, honestly, Tori Kelly is just amazing. And I feel like you do a great singing of it. Like there's not a lot of people that actually can sing Tori
Right.
Kelly. Like Helena, like that's a fact. Like nobody can like just slay Tori Kelly. And you're one of
Thank
them.
you.
So I
I do have a question too.
Yeah.
On that song. So I'm assuming she's a big influence for your music.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your main influences as an artist that
Yeah.
just influenced you to play, write, all that stuff?
Yeah. I feel like it depends on what side of music we're talking about. So lyrically, I really adore Julia Michaels and John Bellion. They are just two staples for me. I feel like whenever I'm in a slump lyrically and I'm like, I don't remember, what is my life? I don't know how to write anymore. I just will play them on repeat.
Right.
Lennon Stella and Billie Eilish actually are two others. When Billie's new, I got so much hate and I'm so mad at it. But when she just released her recent album, I think it was at the end of last year.
Yeah.
I paused everything I was doing. I just listened to it and like pulled up the lyrics because she was a lot more lyrically intentional, and it really inspires me. Wow. But yeah, Lennon Stella as well. She's just, she's so solid. Yeah, and then Emily Weisband is not as well known in terms of her artist work, but she's been behind a lot of really big songs. I think she's a Grammy winner as well, but her lyrics are also, they're just super vulnerable, and so I really have a pull towards artists who dig into pieces of their life that are hard to talk about, and just those moments of complete transparency and vulnerability, and I really aspire to follow that as well.
That's awesome.
So,
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Look at you, just literally having this whole. I feel like that's we all have inspirations, but it's just a lot of people like grab different stuff from their inspirations. But I think one of yours, you mentioned, I forgot her name.
Julia Michaels?
Yeah, Julia Michaels. She's a great songwriter.
Oh my goodness.
And it's just I feel like this is always something that I've since the first moment that I was on your stream, I was like, dang, she's like a great songwriter. Because I usually, this is a little bit of my fault, but I usually don't listen to lyrics. And it's just when there's a great song, I'm like, okay, this doesn't even, this sound good, but it just, not even that. It's the lyrics are just insanely well written. So just how do you do it?
I just listen to other people, and I feel like that's kind of what any songwriter that I've talked to, I feel like they do very similarly. They'll sit and just get ideas, but it's also pulling from other people, because really at the end of the day, art is imitation. It's taking pieces and expanding on it, and so I feel like that also includes looking at what other artists are doing and expanding on that idea. So
there you go, guys.
I love her.
Helena Meyer with us tonight. Just
amazing.
Blessing us with her voice. If you don't know Helena, there's a Spotify. Thank you so much, Mogul House, for that link. And yeah, she's just amazing. And thank you for that hype train as well. Thank you, guys. And Louis with the resub. It's 7 months.
Resub.
So thank you, guys.
Blessed Pastel.
Awesome.
Bless you.
Indeed, Pastel.
I love you,
So
Pastel.
if you still want to hear to Helena, she streams.
Oh yes. So I stream.
Sorry, that was a little improvised.
I stream Mondays so this is all Pacific time. I stream Mondays at 12 p.m. I stream Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and I stream Thursdays at 10 a.m. We're
Love it.
I'm trying to hit I want to make sure everyone can get there at some point. So we hit different areas.
We love it.
Yeah.
So guys, if you follow her, John, you're gonna see John there.
John,
shout out to John for being a
the
great mod.
subathon. That's fair, John. Thank you.
Yeah,
I do have a subathon happening next week. And so it's a celebration of, I'm at it was originally for 2,000 followers. We're almost at 3. So
Famous.
I'm hoping that we can celebrate 3,000 by then. And then it's also my 6 month, as affiliate on Twitch last month. And so we're just celebrating a lot of things. Lots of things to celebrate. So we're going to have incentives. I'm going to probably take more hot sauce shots.
We love them.
TBT to when we did that back in December.
It was something for sure.
So anyway, but so it'll be fun. I'm excited.
Go support our beloved.
And we're rebranding, so I'm excited about that too.
We're doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so it'll be a whole new rebrand. I'm excited.
Whole new thing, y'all. Make sure to follow. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Good to see you, Strax.
Listen.
I'm dead. Okay, there you
my
guys.
gosh.
Well, would you like to sing another song for us?
Yeah, let's do it. I think, is Protagonist next?
Protagonist.
Okay, so I need to do a disclaimer for this one. This one has a feature. Her name's Jessie Spartano. She is, if you are interested and enjoy rap, she is phenomenal. I listen to her and I'm like, she's insane, and she's insane. I still haven't met her yet, which makes me sad. We've exchanged information, but that's just what happens now when you release music online. And so she's not here, so I'm gonna try to rap her part.
Hey,
But I'm not a rapper.
We love an
We love
an exclusive
rap
moment.
hype in the chat though.
Yeah, so
For this song.
I might mess it up. I'm gonna do the best I can. I do it on stream. So there's no try, I only do. So yeah, but if you want to hear the actual version, she absolutely kills it. It is out. It was out April 8th was when it first came out. It's actually it's almost at 200,000 streams, which is super
Wow.
exciting. So
Wow. Imagine.
yeah,
That is awesome.
Jesse's fans freaking come through. Like yeah.
That's
It's a rapper confirmed. You guys are just trying to hype me up. Thank you though. It's
Hey,
working.
hey.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna step up.
Yeah.
Step out for a bit for this one, because
It is a track.
It's a little track.
It's
and
a little
It
track.
sounds amazing. Shout out to
Is that
your
is that the
producer.
My
first
producer.
time a track ever
Oh, here?
on Mogul House?
No.
No, you've done tracks. Okay.
we've done
I want to
Rap
make sure we
Helena
weren't missing an
versus
exclusive
Sonata.
moment there. You know,
Well, but thank you
Yeah,
for
oh.
Yeah, you never
that's a
know.
good one. You never know. You never know.
I got to take
So-
Bishop's spot in some little ways.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
We love it. We love it.
For sure. But yeah, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. It's gonna be what it is. So I'm excited. I love this song. So it has a lot of meaning to me. So I'm excited.
All right, guys. Well, this is Helena Meyer, not Mayer.
Meyer.
Mayer, maybe Mayer. Do you have any connections with Mr. John Mayer?
Well, the joke is that he's my uncle.
Okay.
We actually we filmed the for a long time.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
oh yeah.
yeah. For
Oh,
a long
yeah.
time.
He tried to make me believe it, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually, you believed it for a
Yeah.
second.
Well, 'cause
I just didn't know.
I was gonna tell you, and Sonata's like, "No, let's play this out."
Yeah, so I was very.
oh, Sonata.
It was never confirmed.
Well, and you didn't know
But it was
enough
just like-
about me
Oh,
to
Sonata.
know whether or not I would totally tease like that. Yeah.
It was a real option for too long.
This is when I find out that Sonata's like the most mischievous one at Mogul House.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
you love,
No
you
doubt.
love to
And
see.
before, like, this is all a setup for me to like.
we need to
just
balance a
plummet.
little bit, you know.
This is like
So-
an eject seat. I'm just gonna go through the roof.
All right, guys. Well, this is
All
Helena.
right, here
Let
we
me
go.
just step out.
This is protagonist. Let's do it. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Super excited for this track.
He's so good. Okay. Yeah. Worshiping the ground that you walk on. Your mama will be proud of who you become. In your head, maybe just in your head. Stick to 65 on the freeway, treating every day like it's your birthday again. And you only win. You think you're making history, genius and I'll make it high. Yeah, but everyone is saying what you wanna hear. You're special, you're so right. You're God's gift to mankind. Your presence is such a pleasure. The protagonist forever. So humble, you're so nice. The best thing in our life. You're so on a different level. If you're the protagonist, guess I'm the villain. I guess I'm the villain. Yeah, I guess I'm the villain. Alright, here we go, guys. If you're the protagonist, if you're the king of heroes, guess you're making me the bad guy. If you're never the devil, then I guess the hell is my vibe. Hating me the villain, but your brushes don't work. Think you're boss of heaven, but you're barely on earth. I'm so sick of people telling me that I got issues, pointing out the finger, telling me I'm on the menu. I hear a lot of whining coming from the people like you. Someone take a number for my line and pass the tissues. Only yes, your honor, treat him like your mama. Bow, kiss him on the ring that you paid for. I don't want no drama, drama makes you wanna bring alive a part of me that you don't pray for. I guess that I could be that girl, a villain in your fantasy world. I know that you don't see it, boy, but everyone is saying what you wanna hear. You're special, you're so right. You're God's gift to mankind. Your presence is such a pleasure. The protagonist forever. So humble, you're so nice. The best thing in our life. It's so on a different level. If you're the protagonist, guess I'm the villain. I guess I'm the villain. I guess I'm the villain. Yeah, I guess I'm the villain. If you're the protagonist, you're special, you're so right. You're God's gift to mankind. Your presence is such a pleasure. The protagonist forever.
Wow. Well, I don't think there was anything wrong with that rap. It definitely was right on point.
Thank you.
And we can tell that chat loved it. They absolutely loved that rap.
Oh
Rap
my
goddess
gosh.
we have in the
Thank
chat.
you guys. Thank you.
And if you're just joining us, my name is Darren. I'm co-hosting with Sonata, who's not here quite
He's
yet.
about to
There he
be.
is. There he is, right in the corner.
Hop on
and
in.
He's coming back now. This is Mogul House Live, and we have Helena Meyer, not Mayer.
No, Meyer.
Meyer.
John Mayer gets it wrong.
And yeah, we're here. And you just sang that was Protagonist, right?
Yeah, protagonist.
So I will admit, I was actually listening to that on the way here.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I was listening to it. I wanted to hear like all the music that you had.
Yeah.
I had popped into your stream few days ago maybe, and I had seen you playing like some covers, but I didn't hear your music.
Mm-hmm.
And this was one of them, and I was like, dang, those lyrics hit really well. Like
you.
they really
you.
like blend together.
Thank you.
When you go about your lyric process, like what do you draw most from? Do you draw most from like emotional, like actual experiences? Do you draw from other people's experiences? Like what do you usually draw from when you write?
It depends. I feel like I've been really, this is a side note, but it will relate, I promise. So I listened to this TED Talk a while ago from the author of Eat, Pray, Love.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about how when we were back in like, we being humans, I was obviously not alive during this time, but during like the Greco-Roman times, it was never being a genius, it was having a genius. And so it was like this idea of any type of artistic expression there was some like supernatural other beings, whatever it is, that like created and helped with that process. And so it all of a sudden, now it's being a genius. Now a lot of that pressure is put on the artists themselves. And I feel like in terms of the process, I kind of have learned, especially from that TED Talk, it was really inspirational for me. I just learned to not kind of have a system or a process that I went about things. And so sometimes, usually, like I said, it really starts with therapy, like 30 minutes of like, so here's why life is great, or here's why life sucks, or like, here's what I'm upset about. And it wouldn't be necessarily personal experiences. Like I have a song that was about kind of some of the emotional distress that I was noticing in 2020. And so I have, some writings on that, and I have other things on other people's experiences. So Protagonist is not my own story. But it's from, the emotions pulled from somebody that I love who's close to me. And so, yeah, and so it just depends. Like, talk is more like I was feeling a certain way, and so I responded to it. I feel like I usually, when I'm writing by myself, I will do a spoken word first and then kind of wordsmith into whatever I want to do. Yeah, it's a weird way to go about it, but for me, I feel like it gives me the artistic freedom to be like, this doesn't have to rhyme, because, spoken word is kind of the most free-flowing thing. Like, you see some people in spoken word who have a song in the middle of it, and sometimes it's poetry, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's like whatever it is. My mom's here. Hi, Mom. And my brother. My brother is here as well. Anyway, so
Awesome.
Hi guys, I just had to shout you out. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like it really depends on the moment, but I tend to be inspired more by lyrics and emotional responses to experiences, whether they're my own or what I'm seeing around me and sensing around me, before I usually bring music into it.
This is a random question.
Yeah.
Do you journal?
Sometimes.
Okay, because like that sounds like a very journalist way to go about it. You kind of have like you write everything out and then you kind of just reflect and kind of go back to it.
Yeah.
But I love that response, because I don't do that at all when I write, and it's really interesting to see someone else's perspective in writing lyrics first, and not even in a lyrical melodic standpoint. So that's really cool. I'm really glad you answered that question so particularly, because
I'm specific. I know it's not common, but it's a fun, like, I just don't think enough people know about a spoken word kind of style of writing. And so for people in, like, if I have a writer's block, that's usually the first place I go, because I know it's not going anywhere. It's not like I'm going to be saying these spoken words anywhere, unless I one day put it on an album. But so it feels very freeing for me to be able to express my creativity. But I know it's different for everyone.
Yeah, I feel like that's the beauty of collaboration. Just like it brings you like, and that's something that we experienced last week with the Ender Brothers. It's just like when you're around like creators and like all these like different minds and mindsets of like, it basically just it feels like a refreshment for your stuff, but also just like I love it. It's so like, even when you're just playing, even right now when we were like just playing, I think it's just like it's a refreshment of like my playing. I had to like play it like for you, because it's like it's just I love it. I love it. So
Yeah,
thank you
I love the collaborative process. I think I prefer to write collaboratively for that reason, because I feel like I'm gonna have one perspective on it, and of course you don't want too many cooks in the kitchen, but like
Right.
bringing somebody else in who has a different perspective, and they're like, well, what if we did this? And it was like, oh, I didn't even think that was an idea that I could do, that I can pull in. And so having that ability for someone, or even like with talk, like we do talk very differently than when I do it by myself or when I do it with a track. And I love that because I feel like it brings a different life to the song. So having the ability to bring, and like different life, like my producer and I work so well together because I'm usually up in the clouds, like, I have this really existential, like, this is where my brain goes. And he's like, okay, so like, what if we did it this way lyrically? And I'm like, nice. It gives the ability to be able to be better than we could be ourselves because you only have one perspective. And so bringing in another perspective, of course, if it's the right perspective, can really change the game.
Yeah.
Hey,
100%.
look at you. Just speaking facts. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Oh my God.
Well, guys, you're just listening to great talks, great, like, a lot of great stuff here. This is Helena Meyer. If you don't know her, all the links are there. I feel like a broken record, just saying the same thing all over and over. But like for real, like go support her because she's just amazing. Great friend as well. She's just amazing. So just yeah, you know what to do. Also, Gain Strain, thanks so much for the follow. Thank you, and thank you, Mel, for gifting this out to Helena's mother.
Gifted subs all over the place from Mel today.
Hey. It's good to see you in the chat, Mama Mayor. I hope I get to see you soon as well. But,
I know.
It's good to see you all here in the Mogul House chat as well, because it's great to go over new spaces as well. And thank you guys for just being here. Keaton as well, welcome in. How are you? It's good to see you. I see some of familiar faces that we see every Saturday, but also on Helena's stream, and that's all about it. It's
some good friends.
all about community and stuff, and
It's so amazing.
that's why we love it.
Should we ask chat to put in some questions for us?
Sure.
We should definitely put in some questions. I think we can get that link or the exclamation point ask in the chat to ask a question. Is it exclamation point Q, right? Perfect.
Yeah,
ask a
exclamation
question?
point
There it
Q,
is.
and then you ask,
Perfect.
and then that's it.
Awesome, there it is.
I
And then
love
we can get some questions in. We don't have any questions in yet, do we? Not yet?
Okay.
Well, then let's get those in
Let's
while
get
we
those
listen
in.
to this
Let's
next
go.
song.
Let's go, guys. What is question?
Question?
Oh my god.
There it is. Question.
Pastel.
That's what it is.
Honestly, I can't. Well, should we play another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to do which one is
Gravity
next?
next,
Gravity's
right? Yeah.
One of my favorites.
We're going to do a fun version of it.
A fun version of it. I'm actually I worked a little bit on this one yesterday because like I was like I need to like make you sound good, you know.
You already
So,
make
like-
me sing. 10-minute gravity?
10-minute
minute gravity?
I would not
That
mind.
would be.
Bad at parties. Oh, man, I don't have that one.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, just-
Great.
I just-
Talking about battle parties, exclamation point Helena YouTube. That's gonna be literally the link for battle parties.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wanna save the conversation for battle parties in a bit, or do you wanna talk about it?
I'm good either way.
Let's do it after the song then.
Cool. Love it.
I have a question actually.
Oh,
we
you have a
do?
question?
Yeah. While Mama Mayor is here,
Yeah.
what was first of all, first question, when did you start writing music?
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, what was your like parents' relationship to your art?
Oh,
Like,
that's a
as in,
great question.
My answer
Yeah.
That's a
would
good one.
be, I basically like hold up all my stuff in my closet and I had to write alone. I didn't want anyone to hear me do anything.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
While Mama Mayor is present.
Yeah, right.
Right there.
I know. Sorry, Mom. No, just kidding. Just kidding. They've been so supportive. Yeah.
Mel said she couldn't hear the question.
Oh,
and put it in
yes.
chat. So the
Yes.
question was, first of all, when did you start
Mm-hmm.
writing? And then what was your parents' relationship to your art?
Yeah. I started writing pretty late. So I was writing for fun, like in middle school. But they were, oh my gosh, those were just dumb lyrics. Like I hope they never see the light of day. But I started writing, I think, a little bit more seriously towards the end of high school. I have one song I remember that like in my head lyrically I was really proud of. And I still actually, now that I look back on it, I still am pretty proud of it. But I feel like I've gotten better since then. So, started writing more seriously at the end of high school. And then went the full music route and like really pursued writing in college. I actually took a songwriting class with this. Oh my gosh, this guy was incredible. So this professor was the hands, like the recording behind Up. The one like da, 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 da. Like that's his hands playing that.
Wow.
And he moved our final because he's like, I have to go record for
Wait, is
Incredibles
that-
too. And I'm like,
Is that Michael Giacchino?
no, I'm blanking on his first name because we always said Professor, but Gasparo is his name. Yeah, he was phenomenal. But it was interesting because he was all scattered and very all over the place, which I am also the same. And so that was super fun. So kind of dug more into that, and then had like one-on-one coaching with writing, and that was about when I started writing with my producer, and so started taking more of a serious collaborative approach to it. Okay, I think that answered that question. The second question was my parents, right, and their involvement and support. So my parents have been, which I feel like is very rare for a musician, incredibly supportive. It's been really cool to have them really come alongside. So my grandpa could sing, so on my dad's side, my dad's dad could sing, but they had no musical experience, were like very, very like, I don't know what to do with her. You know, when I came into the picture and was like singing, they're like, I don't know. So they actually, my dad was working in the movie industry at the time, and we went to, I don't know exactly who it was, but someone in Disney actually.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
And they like brought me in, and I sang in front of them, and I don't remember any of this. Apparently it happened. They're like, what do we do? And so they, like at a very young age, they were very like, how can we cultivate this gift that we see she has? And once I started doing music, they funded it for a long time with my producer. So they funded with the mixing, with the, you know, producer fees, like all of those things were super supportive of that until I was able to do that myself. And then when I started streaming, it's actually funny. So I had a Mac at the time. It was just like this tiny little, you know, as a Mac is, and it just was not doing it. We were talking about it earlier. It just was not cutting it. And so my dad, literally like the day before my 12-hour stream that I did, like my dad went and like got this PC and brought it back, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I ended up paying it back. So, because I was like, I'm gonna buy this. Like, I'm not gonna let you spend. And he wasn't gonna do that fully. But like, he still was like, I see that this is a need that you have, and so I'm gonna do it. And like the amount of times he's been in my stream room, and like he built a studio in the back because he, you know, and they've just been incredibly supportive, and really gone above and beyond, and continue to do so. And so I definitely wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now if not for them.
100%.
So, yeah,
100%.
they're very 10 out of 10 human beings. So
That's awesome.
Amazing. They're amazing.
They are.
I love them.
who's it, look?
They're just so welcome.
They're so cute. I'm
They're-
just gonna,
yeah, they're just
not me
amazing.
crying a little bit over here. It's fine.
They're amazing.
It's just sweat. So.
But that's really important too, because
Yeah.
I mean, I think when you're an artist of any kind, if you ever feel, I know Closure was just talking about how he kind of felt like he had to kind of ball everything up. That's how I felt when I was young. But like, my parents poured deeply into my music, and
Yeah.
that's a huge deal. Like when you have somebody that's willing to fund, and like, for anyone who doesn't know, studio work is very expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
So for that to be funded, and you know, I mean, I get it. Like some people might think, oh, it's like the rich parents. No, but when you have parents that really love and care about your art like that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And so like in hearing you talk about that, it's like, yeah, I can tell, because
Yeah.
like you had the tools to get where you wanted to go and where you want to go now. And it's such a big thing to have a supportive family. Like even if it's just your distant uncle that's
Right.
like, hey, like you're really good at this, like you need to go for it, like that makes a big difference. So to have your parents that are so close, that's really awesome.
Yeah, and my brother was like, he built a studio. So my brother also helped and did a lot of it. I'm sorry, I love you. I know he's been incredible. I actually, driving up here, my check engine light came on, and I was like, I feel like making a long drive and having an engine light on is not the move. And so my brother's like, I'm gonna drive over and you can use my car.
That's awesome.
So I'm driving my brother's car right now. So just 10 out of 10. Just
We should
all
get some
the
love in the
support.
chat.
Señor
for-
Churro, Fisty Churro.
Feisty
Feisty
churro.
churro.
Feisty churro.
I want to know the story behind that. Like, why did you choose Feisty Churro?
We have a question for
Feisty.
chat.
Damn straight is what he
I have
says.
a question for Mr. Churro.
We have a question for
we
chat.
we do have a couple of questions.
do.
Maybe let's do one and then we'll jump
There you go.
after
Great.
the song.
Love it.
Perfect.
What is your
Why?
favorite dad joke?
Oh.
Because we know you're huge.
Wait, why
dad
don't you
jokes.
tell us your favorite dad joke?
Oh. Yeah, it's like, oh, why don't you tell that joke where the guy does the thing and oh gosh. There's so many good ones. Oh man.
I'm sorry,
I feel
this is
like
a
I feel
little
like I'm so
improvised.
put on the
Maybe,
spot.
maybe okay. Let's
I-
simmer on that.
We can't, but I don't think that's gonna make it better.
No, it's not? Okay.
There was one that my brother told me the other day that I thought was absolutely hysterical. Oh wait, there was one I don't remember how it goes, but there's one that I will say that I remember. So it's did you know that if you flip a canoe over your head, you can wear it as a hat because it's capsized.
Oh, oh no.
He's just like, no.
It's capsized.
It's capsized.
Wow.
love 'em. We
Lots
love
of
'em.
dots in the chat there.
Yeah. Oh, I remember it. I could tell. Okay, I can tell
Yeah.
this one too, really quick.
Yeah, go ahead, go
This
ahead.
one's great because it's what's the difference between a vegan and
Oh, I
a
remember
tech
this.
guy?
Uh-oh.
One
Closure's already laughing. He hasn't even heard the punchline yet.
one gets angry by a rack of lamb. The other gets angry by a lack of ram.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Thank you. Almost spit out my.
That's a good one.
You always have two different responses. Either please leave or please continue. I feel like with dad jokes, it's bifurcated. There's like no in between.
We love him. If you love dad jokes, go to Helena's
That's the
stream and
Yeah.
request.
You can redeem dad jokes
You
on
can
my
redeem
stream.
dad jokes
and
on her
insults
stream.
also.
And they're also the
Shakespeare and Luther.
Shakespearean, yeah.
Insults.
Yeah, those are great. I love them.
They're
I love,
so
like-
they're so spicy. I don't get why they're
are
the way that they are. Especially Martin Luther. I'm like, dude, you're like the father of Protestantism. Why are you the way that you are?
Nice,
Stop
we
being
love it.
mean. Maybe
love
chill.
Speaking
Love
about
it.
your streams, what actually made you start streaming? I have a quick question for that. So
Yeah.
it's a quick question. It's going to probably be a lot longer of an answer.
It's
but-
actually not so Shakespeare. So, yeah, so I was trying to up my socials because, as we know, being a musician does not mean just being a musician anymore. It means being a content creator. It means being, a influencer or a model of, fill in the blank. Like,
Yes, exactly.
literally, you have to do everything. And so, I was looking into TikTok. Was really not vibing with TikTok. I don't know, something about how quickly it just changes in the algorithm. Like, it just stressed me out. And I'm like, I feel like I'm not going to do this well. Maybe I was in my head. I don't know. But my producer had just learned about Twitch and was like, hey, so what if you tried Twitch? And I'm like, what's Twitch? It's like, I don't know. But maybe you should try it out. He's like, I had a streamer in here, like, asked her just a ton of questions, and it seemed like it's something that I think you could do well. And I'm like, cool. And so I looked into it. The first time I ever went into a stream, they're like talking about bits and gifted subs, and they're like, am I in another world? Like, this is a completely separate language that I genuinely, like, I remember, I think I said that to you at one point. I was like,
Yeah.
what am I?
We had our.
That was our first meeting, I think.
It was the first meeting. I remember it was like a good 2 hours.
Yeah,
of
I'm like,
you
what are
explaining
emotes?
Everything.
What are bits?
Really?
Why do people say thanks for the biddies?
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm like, what is this? I don't get it. Why is Twitch? How is Twitch?
I was
Who
going to say,
Twitch?
this is some quality content in here. These are some good dad jokes right here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and so I was like, I don't get it. I just don't. And so I really just dug in and got to experience other streamers, which I loved. And I think the thing that really pulled me towards doing Twitch more than any other social media platform is how the Twitch music community especially is so inviting.
Yes.
Like, I know not everyone does the raids and not everyone engages in helping build other artists up. But Twitch music does.
Yeah.
You know, they're really big on that. And so seeing, which is so rare in the music industry outside of Twitch.
Yeah.
And so seeing that collaboration, seeing just I have music at the end of my name on my handle. And so like going into a stream and just saying hi and like no other reason other than just wanting to see what they're up to and wanting to show that I want to support them. They're like, oh my gosh, you have music. Are you a music streamer? And then spent like a minute like, hey, like this person's trying to get to affiliate. Like let's show them some hype.
Right.
Let's show them some love. And so seeing that, I'm like, this is so not
normal
for the music industry. And so I was sold. Like once I saw that, I was like, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to put my focus because I want that collaboration. Like I want to be able to, in my successes, build other people up and have people in their successes build other people up. Because I just think that that is what music needs to be and what it should be.
Yeah.
So, it's turned into a longer answer, but that is how I roll. So and I've really been grateful. It's a really sweet space.
But I love that answer though, because
been
like
amazing.
building people up.
Yeah.
It's such a big part.
How rare, right?
Yeah.
In music,
And you're
Genius,
totally
I
right.
love
Like Twitch is definitely the platform that has shown me that the most. I mean,
Yeah.
just crazy. It's insane.
It's a community.
Just even getting to be here and co-host is like a big honor, you know. So like it's something I probably wouldn't have done if I was just on Instagram or TikTok, you know.
Oh yeah,
So,
well yeah, because I feel like with TikTok, it's becoming a little bit more of a oversaturated music platform, and it's kind of manipulated, you know. Like I'm willing to bet that there are a lot of people who it's not like they just go viral. I'm sure it's just a crap ton of money that gets put into what they do.
Yeah.
And not that that's a bad thing, because I think that having resources is really helpful, but having this natural progression of, you know, you see so many big artists that end up on Twitch and don't do as well because they haven't learned how to cultivate community. And in that involves hyping up other artists. Like that's what you have to do, I believe, in order to get to where you need to go on Twitch. And so I think that's what music should be. Like growing as you're hype, like inviting other people, other musicians, other collaborations into the space. So maybe a hot take, but
No, I think that's a smart take though, because I mean it's also a huge part of like what you were talking about, how you like to write collaboratively. It's like, well, you're not going to be able to do that if you're not invested in someone else's career as well, and you're not kind of pulling off each other and kind of, you know, like feeding off of that stuff. So yeah, it's 100%. It makes sense. I love that answer.
Thank you.
I have another question as well, but probably after
We could do it.
after the song.
We've
After
only
the
got
song?
2 more songs.
Oh well.
So we got time.
If you were to collab with somebody on Twitch, it could be anybody. I'm not putting any pressure in anybody here in the room or not in the room. Who would it be?
If I could collab with anyone on oh no.
Yeah.
That's mean. There's so many people I want to collaborate with. I don't
Maybe a
have,
top
like,
3.
I feel like anyone on Mogul would be such a blast. Just because I feel like it's relationship. Like that's what, and so I feel like creative spaces are the best when you already have relationship established. And so literally anyone on Mogul, like Indie Brothers, I'm excited. I haven't heard their stuff yet, but would love to hear how the Mogul with Indie Brothers.
They
how
were
that
awesome.
went. It
Amazing.
sounds amazing.
It's amazing.
I was so bummed right as I got home and it ended, and I'm like, dang it. Anyway, so that would be amazing. I keep hitting this thing. I think Carmelo's really cool.
I know, it's
Megan,
amazing.
Linus is
yeah.
really good. I don't think I have
It's okay.
It's extensive. Like we've got
Cool. We take it. We'll take it. We'll take it.
I don't know if that answers the question at all.
It does.
Well, should we get into the next song?
Let's do it. We've got
Awesome,
some of my
Alright,
uncle next.
Your Uncle Mayor.
There you go.
Uncle Mayor.
Uncle Mayor.
He's just trying to be different with his different pronunciation. So
Well, if you're just joining us, we are Mogul House, and we're here with Helena Meyer. But for this song, maybe it's Mayer.
maybe it's Mayor.
Maybe
just
it's
for this
Mayer
one.
for this song.
Just for this
And
one.
I'm co-hosting here with Sonata G Major. So this song is
Gravity.
Amazing.
We're just classic. We're throwing in the classics.
Classic. Alrighty. Well, we hope you enjoy.
nicest man with all the love that his heart can stand. I dream of ways to throw it all away. Oh, gravity is working against me. Gravity wants to bring me down, and twice as much ain't twice as good, and can't sustain like one of could. It's a one in one. It's gonna sail me to my knees. So not everybody. Dang. Oh, twice as much, ain't twice as good, and can't sustain like one of could. Oh, it's a one in more that's gonna sail me to my knees. Help me, gravity. Stay the hell away from me. Oh, gravity is taking up a better man than me. How could that be? Keep where the light. Keep me where the light is. Keep me where the light is. Keep me where the light is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was amazing.
That was incredible.
Oh,
That was
thank
incredible.
you.
I'm a little biased. I love John Mayer.
Oh, man.
He's like my favorite
Oh, yeah.
artist of all time. But
Oh, yeah.
but in any case, that was amazing.
Thank you.
And that vocal line at the end. Oh my goodness.
She's amazing,
Like-
y'all. I'm just telling you. I'm having so much fun, y'all. Like
It's so much
the thing about when you play with somebody else is like it's you know somebody is like a great musician when they can give you like you know they can give you cues to when to play more or less, you know. And that's something that is something since the beginning that we played on the Mogul House Live. Is something that it's just like so magical about it. Like you know about the dynamics, you know about all the stuff. So like you can literally you just hear you singing, and I'm like, okay, I need to like slow down or like play quieter or stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
just like
Aw.
you're an amazing musician. So
Absolutely.
Bishop, you
shout
playing that guitar. It's true, though. It's true.
thank you guys for listening to that. Thank you for all the hype
You
as well
guys.
in the chat. You think you're amazing.
Guys are amazing.
You're amazing. It's nice to see your usernames in the chat. Thank you so
No.
much for all the love, and also the real some homeless man.
Nice.
What a username.
What are you
That's amazing.
Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, thank you guys. That was some Gravity. I've never expected. Honestly, I was surprised when you picked this song.
Really?
When you texted me about it, I was like, okay, well, let's do Gravity.
I've done it at a live show before, and it was super fun. So I was
Hey.
like, and I had to do an arrangement of it for school back in the day. It feels like
Hey.
forever ago now. Because
Oh,
I
you
feel like
had to.
COVID is like 10 years, you know. Well, what was the reasoning for it? I don't know, probably for jury. I think I had to or
Right.
something, and I wanted to do the original key because it's fun. So
It is an amazing song.
and I could do
right?
more with it. Like I don't know, it's fun because you get to make it your own.
Right.
You can make it your own. That's
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it's the same thing. It's the when you can make your own a song, that's a good song. And it's the same with your songs. Like there's like a lot of like, you played it with the keys, you played it with the acoustic guitar. You have tracks for it. So like that's a good song. Like it's so versatile.
Thank you,
So-
thank you.
So yeah,
I love them.
I'm sorry
They're
guys, I'm a fan. so. Well, we have the Andy Brothers in the chat,
Brothers!
y'all.
Brothers.
Thank you so
Oh my
much for that.
gosh.
Reserve for 3 months.
That's
Wow.
partay.
Freaking months.
Wait,
y'all.
is that's not what it is? What's what? How do you say that?
What's partay?
I think it's an R. It's
Partay?
it's different though. I don't know how to say it. Anyway,
I have
I'm not gonna try.
I have a question here from Mr. Famous Guy Closure Club. It's which is a great question. How much of your genre has changed since your first original songs?
Oh yeah. So much. I originally wrote very ballady. I have a lot of ballads. I play a few of them. They're not released because they don't fit the vibe anymore. Sad. But I had a few that I did that were very ballady. Like I took a lot of inspiration at the time from John Legend and like being able to kind of bring some of those in. And actually one of the songs turned into When It's Over, which is funny. And then I feel like we've explored a lot of genres, my producer and I, since working together. So we've been doing some stuff for TV film lately, which has been super fun. Just being able to fully focus on, okay, so what does this environment as a musician, as a songwriter, how do we do this? I did China pop for a little bit. Like I actually just wrote and like sent it. And so, but like in terms of my own stuff, I feel like we've explored a lot of, like I'm very inspired by R&B. A lot of my training in college it started off classical because, you have to.
Hey, we love it.
And I'm not mad at it. I'm grateful. I feel like it helped me figure out how to better understand my instrument because you sing without style. It's all just very open, very like operatic, like because that's how they do it. And it's a healthier way to sing if we're being honest, but that's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, but after that it was all jazz. And so a lot of what I did was jazz standards. Like I would do some scatting here and there just to figure that stuff out. And so I have such a deep appreciation for jazz's ability to break the rules because they understand the rules.
Right.
And so I feel like I put a lot of my, like the stuff that I loved within jazz into some of what I create. Like we have some jazzy chords here and there that'll pop up. And so I feel like, especially with genres now being so fluid, there's so many, you're not just pop. You're like, okay, well, what is that? That doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
It's like your country pop, your indie
Right.
pop, your dark pop, which is kind of where I'm at right now, like dark / bedroom pop. But there's so many different facets to what that means. And so it's been fun within pop to be able to discover, like I have one song that's just straight pop. I have another song that's like Dua Lipa, like that kind of like very poppy kind of sound. And then I have some that like talk that's more, like we got some of our inspiration from Love Yourself. Justin Bieber was like kind of like the super vibey Olivia Rodrigo, like, which kind of takes now what's like considered the most popular pop, I guess, is even in a different direction. And so, and then being able from that to explore more like Protagonist, which has a lot more of an R&B vibe and like bringing in a rapper for that. And, it's just fun to be able to kind of explore what that looks like, and then play off of the strengths that I have that we've discovered through that exploration. And I feel like we're still kind of figuring it out. So I don't know if I fully like settled in a genre, and I don't think I ever really want to, because I think it's fun to be able to just explore and see like what can I do. Like we're playing a lot more with talk singing and like more like nasally singing, like to get more attitude and more attention rather than like the nice high like falsetto vibey kind of feel. So I don't know, that kind of like a roundabout way of answering the question, but I just
love it.
Yeah, it's been fun to kind of explore and to see where I can go, what my boundaries are, and what that looks like, and how I can grow the boundaries. So
I've been actually surprised about like how like you've been changing on your last releases, and I was talking to Heath about it the other day. I was like, dang, it's just like she can do it all. Like you literally, Butter Parties is a great example. It's like when you showed the first time you sent it to me, I remember you telling me like, oh my gosh, please like just be prepared because this is so different than what I'm doing. It was amazing, and then when you showed me, it was just amazing. So it just like it shows how much you can like do, and I feel like that's great. And you mentioned something like I just like, which is something that I really like agree on, is like which is good and bad, but it's like not relying in just one genre, because it's just like I will get bored, honestly. So it's just to have the talent to do that. It's like, hey, that's amazing.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's been so, and I feel like part of that is just because I've kind of surrounded myself with people who have really gravitated towards specific genres. So my sophomore year of college, I was in a gospel band.
Wow.
Which was so much fun. And so being able to see what, like, just even within like contemporary Christian music versus gospel, and so being able to see the differences both lyrically and melodically. Like gospel, if you want a challenging song instrumentally, like you look at gospel music, and so, but seeing that and seeing how, because of that, like balancing the softness and just the repetition of gospel songs, because that's the point. It's like we're getting it to heart level, so we're just going to keep saying the same thing, and one at like one of these times it's going to click. And so seeing that and like being able to put pieces of that and the things that I really appreciated into what I do too. I feel like so much of it is being able to explore other genres and not being afraid of what, like I had a metal phase when I was in high school, like like being able to just see and appreciate different music, even if you end up not liking it yourself. It's like, well, I can see how this has meaning and this has impacted people, and I bet there are things, even if I don't like the genre as a whole, like I bet there are pieces that I can pull from it. Like some of the deepest lyrics are heavy metal, and 100%. So like being able to take some of that and being like, okay, how can I apply the stuff that I really love into what I'm doing as well? So
just amazing. Guys, just listen. It's great advice right there. You can literally pull. That's what I love about listening to a bunch of genres. You just pull something out of it. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. I saw a question in there as well from Louis, I think it was, that you focus a lot on vocal health, which is like, I love it because you always give me tips, and you always give us tips. What would you say is the weirdest tip that you know about vocal health?
Do you mind if I add to that? I want to get better at my vocal health. What do you think is the most important as well? Like the weirdest and the most important.
Okay, so I feel like this involves a little bit of a backstory. So I
that's great. The story.
So when I was in middle school, I was in a play. I had like a year where I was content, like I was convinced I wanted to do Broadway. Absolutely convinced. I loved it. I loved acting. I had acted in a few things in the past and like really thought that was where I was going. I didn't really like the culture, so I veered away from that and decided something that was, less political, so music. Anyway, so
love it.
But I had I got the lead, like one of the leads. I think it was like Pinocchio, and I was the Blue Fairy, and it was 7th grade. And basically, my parents talked to the theater teacher and was like, "Hey, like, what should we do?" Because we're thinking about bringing her into voice lessons because now she's doing things more with her voice. And basically, the teacher was like, "Don't put her into voice lessons. People have done that, and it's ruined their voice. Like they've begun to sing differently, and we don't want that. We want the voice that she has." And so they brought in this guy that was like to just work with all the music and stuff like that, but he never warmed us up. And so I was singing, like, I think at one point, because you're singing When You Wish Upon a Star and it gets pretty high up there. And so for a developing voice, I wasn't warming up at all. And so I didn't learn that was something that was important, because that was really my first experience going in as like a character with solos and with leads and things like that. And so it destroyed my voice. I ended up not being able to sing. Like, I don't feel like I got my voice back until high school, like end of high school, because I would sing and it would hurt a little bit. And so after that point, I never wanted that to happen again. I wanted to make sure that I was really in control of how I sang, what that looked like, and just not, because you only have one, right? Like you break a guitar, yes, it's sad, but you can buy another one. It's expensive also, and I wouldn't recommend it, but like, and vocals are very strong. They're durable, but they're like two little flaps in that, you know. And so once they're ruined, you're done. Like there's not much that can happen to repair that. And so I really, especially if I wanted to make a career out of it, I really needed to be careful with how I went about it. And so I just started to really focus on vocal health and what that looked like and how I can recover my voice. And then after that, how I could maintain it. Weirdest tip. Oh man. I feel like there are so many weird ones. Any kind of warming up is odd. You know, like there's this one warm up that you do that I was taught where it's like you blow out your lips and like, or your cheeks and like have the air fill it and then do a lip roll. So it's like, and like it takes a lot of air, but it's breath control.
Right.
The thing that I used to do before I realized it's actually not really that helpful is I had this like, not this like honey bear looking thing. I had this jar of honey whenever I would do like worship or show at that point, and just by the spoonful, I was just eating honey because I was just figuring out what the best way to go about it. So that was probably the weirdest thing that I did. Like every time we would warm up, they would always make fun of me because I'd turn around and just scoop honey. Which it's, yeah. I'm not even. Oh, my straw. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so then, this is actually a really good tip for people who are getting into vocal health and stuff like that, and it's also a weird tip. So, they have these straws. So you could use either those tiny little coffee straws and use 2 of them, or they have straws like metal straws designed. It's divine.
They're holy. They're holy straws.
You know. No, they are though, designed for vocalists. And so basically what you do is you warm up and you sing into it. So I will do this while I'm driving to and from places, and I'm always so worried I'm gonna get pulled over and people think that I'm just this is metal. I'm not gonna be. I'm like, hi, you know. But you basically, when you sing through and like do warm-ups through that straw, and they have one that has different levels of like varying pressure or varying like size, I guess. So when you do that, you have to sing through it with proper breath technique. And so people have said that even 5 minutes a day completely changes the strength of your voice. It helps with range. It helps with, like, I will use that, and I've noticed a huge difference. And it's nice, too, like, if you have an audition or something like that, it's not very loud. Right. So you're not singing, like, you know, kind of thing, like when you're warming up, and people are like, you know, right. What are you doing? Because I also don't like being a nuisance, but I'm a vocalist. So I'm a little bit of a diva because I'm a vocalist, but I also don't want to be a nuisance. And so it's a great balance. You know, you're able to just go into a corner and just like kind of thing with a straw. So that's what I would recommend, honestly. And you don't need to buy one right away. They have like a ring version that's not super expensive, but you can honestly just use like one of those like smaller coffee straws.
Yeah, like the cocktail straws.
Yeah. And then just use 2 of them.
Right.
Because they're pretty tiny otherwise,
yeah.
And use that to warm up. So I've noticed a big difference in how I'm able to, like, in vocal control and things like that. So I recommend them to pretty much everyone who wants to know about vocal health. Yeah.
You don't have one?
I don't have one. No.
I'll send you the link. It's OOVO. I don't know how you say it. It's like ovo. Ovo straws. Uvo maybe.
Maybe.
I don't understand the English language, and I taught English, so yeah, it's one of the. It's also a name, I guess.
Does anyone really understand the language they speak? 100%.
I always joke that it's my second language, and I just didn't have a first. But again, I taught it, so I'm like, I should know it better than I do.
Maybe your first was music, because the way you sing and the way you write.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a lot.
Wow. You know, and Plato does say that music is the language of the universe.
There you go. So there you go. So, your first language is music, and your second language is English.
I freaking love that. That makes so much sense. Because I'll like try to find a word, and I'm like, I've been speaking this my whole life, and I can't get there. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the tips. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I needed them for sure.
I definitely needed them as well. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for sticking around in our talks. And thank you again. This is Helena Meyer, as you can see here. She's killing it. And you can follow her on Twitch, Instagram, Spotify. She has a website. She has merch as well.
I do have merch.
Great merch as well.
I have merch. I love merch.
Yeah. And
in fact, I'm wearing Mogul merch.
Hey, we do have a little bit of a Mogul. We have some amazing merch here.
Amazing.
Some new pieces as well.
But I will have to check out that merch because I'm a merch guy.
And what's cool about it, so I've made a decision when I first started doing music. I usually pick depending on like the batch, because that's just how the website I use, that's how it does it. But like 50% always goes to some place. So right now it's helping my friend fund her cancer treatment. She's in remission, she's clear scans, amazing. But you know, hospital bills are a thing in the U.S.
Yeah.
You know, so so 50% goes towards things like that. It went to foster youth in the last batch. So yeah.
So not only is she a great musician and all that, she also has the heart there too. There's the holy straw right there.
It's cool. Like I just love being able to use what I do to support other people. Like I just that's why I do what I do. You know, like it's the people who respond to my like message me on Instagram or whatever and say like this song had this kind of impact. Like that's why I do it. So.
Yeah. Right.
Love it. We
Amazing.
have a question from S-Trax as well. Do we have this is kind of like along with the whole singing, but do you have any rituals before singing?
Rituals.
I didn't see you actually having any rituals before.
I should have more. I say I care about vocal health, and then sometimes what I do is I warm down. So after you sing, warming down is really helpful. In some cases, I think there's studies that are showing that warming down is actually in some cases even more important than warming up.
Right. Yeah.
Of course, both are great. But I'll usually, like, if I'm going to a session or something, like, it's like a 40-minute drive, so I'll, like, use the straw. And, like,
That's right.
so I use the straw a lot. It's warming down is what they call it. I don't know why.
I don't.
Warming down.
I thought it
Maybe
was
it's
I think they
warming
call
down.
it that.
But
I
maybe
think
it's
that's
like-
what it is. That's what I heard. But,
It
you
could
know.
be- it
I
could
also,
be-
again, English, second language. You know, so, like, yeah. So sometimes before a big show, like if I'm going live or whatever it is, I also get stage fright. So, but it only came in during college. It only became a thing during college. And so I will also kind of sit and affirmations are really important.
Yeah.
Being able to breathe a little bit. So I have this little breathing exercise that I'll do if I'm especially getting nervous. Sometimes I'll this is like sounds bad, but I'll gaslight myself a little bit if I'm like too nervous. I'm like, Helena, this isn't a big deal. What are you doing? And it helps actually. I wouldn't recommend gaslighting other people, but sometimes gaslighting yourself does the trick to help you not get nervous. And so yeah, usually I feel like live and stream they're a little bit different. But if I'm doing a live show, I'll use the straw. I'll drink lots of water.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Talking about live shows, do we have any future news from you? Any future live shows or any plans?
I mean, maybe another Mogul.
Maybe. Actually, maybe. Talking about that, on tap, guys. It's gonna be, if you didn't know, it's gonna be on tap July 8th, right?
Can't wait.
So we might have some familiar faces. And
I will
feel
neither
free
confirm
to
nor deny.
please save that weekend for us because it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna
It's
have
so
amazing
fun.
artists.
I'm stoked.
We were supposed to have Helena.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, oh my gosh, you literally were sick.
I
You
got
couldn't do anything.
laryngitis. Man, I've been so sick this year, and I'm trying to gaslight myself. Stop it. What's your deal? So.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna have Todd Beyond the Looks. Follow us in Instagram as well for more updates. Discord as well. We have a Discord as well. So yeah, I'm glad you're actually.
That's why
I'm glad you're actually good now, Helena, because you've
Yeah,
been
me
like
too.
quite like in a roller coaster the last.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like when it rains, it pours. Sickness-wise, for me, like I have been the epitome of health, like 2 years, and then from February to now, I've been sick 3 times, and I broke my toe.
How's that, by the way? I never asked you.
It still hasn't fully healed. I just have kind of, I'm just telling myself that it has, and I'm continuing to pretend like it has. I randomly get pain, so I should probably go back.
Oh wow. Yeah, you should.
But
Are you ready to play another song?
let's do it.
The last song of the
I'm
night.
ready to hear it.
Well, guys, if
Did you
you're
break
here,
your toe?
thank you so
Oh,
much
no.
for being here. We're gonna play the last song of the night, which is.
Maybe there's something out
Maybe
there
there's
for
something
me.
out there for me. This is my favorite song from you.
Aw.
I'm a little biased, but it's just amazing. So, thank you so much, guys, for being here. Triskelion Muse. Hey, how are you guys? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for that follow. And yeah, we're.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to help you, and I made it worse.
But yeah, we're gonna play the last song of the night, and I hope you guys like it.
Sorry, I like moved it on. There it is. Oh, hi. Howdy.
You want to set a tempo?
Oh, yeah, right. That's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So
This
sorry.
is the first time we play this song, actually.
Yeah, this is true. Let's see. Cool. I'm gonna have some. It's nice tea as well.
I forgot my key.
Dang.
You hear what? It's there.
The man, the Mick
Hey,
the
look at-
legend.
Look at this guy.
The hand from nowhere.
Hey, look at- oh, nice. That's it.
Let's do it. Famous hand. Feelings in my head, thoughts inside my heart. I think I've got it wrong again. It took me by surprise. I didn't think to cry. It's like I lost everything. I think I'm moving back, can't seem to catch a break. Thought that it would last much longer than a day. There's always greener grass on the other side of me, on the other side. Is there anybody else who's fighting with themselves, vulnerable and all alone? Sometimes it's hard as hell to be someone like yourself. Come in with best intentions, led into misdirections. I can't help but think maybe there's something out there for me. Can't seem to find the words. Is this when helping hurts? I think I've got it wrong again. I think I'm moving back, can't seem to catch a break. Thought that it would last much longer than a day. There's always greener grass on the other side of me, on the other side. Keep telling me to move, I'm getting in the way. If I went any slower, you'd think that I'd decay. It's only been an hour, but that's the way I think, the way I think. Oh, is there anybody else who's fighting with themselves, vulnerable and all alone? Sometimes it's hard as hell to be someone like yourself. Come in with best intentions, led into misdirections. Is there anybody else who's fighting with themselves, vulnerable and all alone? And sometimes it's hard as hell to be someone like yourself. Come in with best intentions, led into misdirections. I can't help but think maybe there's something out there for me, for me.
Wow. What a song. What a song.
It's a good one. It does have a special
Chat
place in my
loved it
heart.
as well. I was in the chat a little bit, just throwing in some emoji. It was like,
Thank
this
you.
is too good. I
It's the emotes,
gotta
guys.
get in there. Oh my goodness.
This song is just
Amazing.
I love it. It's one of my favorites. I think lyrically, I took a lot of inspiration from John Bellion, specifically Hand of God. It's like,
Gosh.
this song is just it's just a vibe. It's
is.
just a vibe and a half.
And it's got
just
some
like,
Easter eggs too, which is really fun.
Tell us about the Easter
So I
eggs.
I have
Can we
to
hear
do
the
it.
Easter eggs?
Yeah. So it has every song that I released up until that point somewhere embedded in the song.
Wow.
And you have to find it. So like, let's see. I think it's like I lost everything when it's over. The first line is have you ever lost everything? I have. Is there anybody else? There's a song called Anybody Else. We're actually taking it off of Spotify, but that's a whole nother conversation. I have like Come In With Best Intentions is If I Could, which is another one of my songs, and then Led Into Misdirections is Childish. So there's like all like little. It's not like it's as obvious as Hand of God, because if you're not familiar with that song, it basically at the very end he like brings everything that he wrote in the album to fruition and like repeats it all. And oh man, first of all, if you've not checked out, it's Human Condition, John Bellion. So
That is an
but
amazing.
you have to
John
listen to it
Bellion.
in order.
Yeah.
The first time you listen, you have to listen in order.
Yeah.
And so I was inspired by that idea, and I was like, how can I do this discreetly? And so and there's like other ones in there that you'll find, but it's all thematically taking every single aspect of songs or pieces of all of the songs that I released up until that point and embedding it in the song.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
I was really proud of it. At one point, my producer's like, "You're thinking too hard about this." Like I just want to, like, what if we, like, you know? So
Yeah.
we love it though. It's an amazing song. It has not only it's like the perfect balance, like jazzy chords, which I love.
I know they're so fun.
And then I'm like just perfect. Just
And
the basis.
it was the end of my EP too. It was the first EP I ever released, and so it also is finishing the story of the EP as well. So it's
Right.
like throughout all of those emotions, throughout grief, throughout love, throughout heartbreak, throughout you you name it, whatever. I
Right,
guess
right.
there's a lot I wrote about during that time, but
Is there-
there's still something that's worth fighting for.
Right.
So.
Is there a song that is there a song that it means so much to you that you don't play it as much from your originals? That is like, oh my gosh, this is so like,
Super
intimate.
vulnerable.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, like, I was finishing your question. Pern, also, hi. Good to see you, my friend. Mayo. Sorry, I get so distracted by chat when I stream. I have a little distracted command because I just am like, huh? Yeah, I think I am very... It's not that I'm discreet, but I think I try to be very lyrical. And so when I write something, I don't write it at face value. So singing it isn't necessarily difficult. But like, for example, I have an unreleased song. It's actually called Gravity. And I did the story behind the song for it. Because if you get a certain amount of subs in my channel, I do a story behind the song. And so we did Gravity for that one, and it was super vulnerable because I was like, because it's the first time that I ever really was writing from a position that I was currently at. Aside from grief, like when I wrote When It's Over, that one's all about grief, and so that one I was kind of figuring that part out. But for this one, I was in the thick of what was going on, and so talking through it was really hard. I'm grateful I did, because I think that because it involves like mistakes that I made and like just different things like that, and so I feel like being able to talk about that could help someone who's in that position themselves. And so I'm grateful that I went through some of those experiences. I would never do it again, but like, I'm grateful that I did and made the mistakes that I did, because I'm able to talk about it and talk about how it impacted me and how I was able to move forward, and how I'm like, I'm not there anymore. I can look at this song and like I wrote If I Could, for example. It's a love song, but I released it and I had just broken up with the guy, and I'm like, man, like, how do I promote this?
Right.
I feel like I'm lying to myself. But it was more like I felt it when I wrote it, and so I'm able to still say, like, I can look back and still say that those feelings were validated if I'm not there anymore. And so talking about them is really challenging, because a lot, like Childish is very similar, which is another song on my EP. And it's very vulnerable because it involves talking about things that are in some ways controversial and like, and so being able to just be vulnerable, be like, listen, like, I messed this up, but I also like can talk about this experience because I know that it's not uncommon an uncommon experience. And then hopefully, because it took somebody in, like, when I was in that zone, it took one person to be like, that's not healthy, for me to be like,
Right.
you might be right. And so I hope in being able to talk about it myself that I can be that for somebody else. You know, they could be like, wait, if she's saying this, you know, and talking about it in her song, maybe it's also not right for me, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, it's not, I don't have any problems singing them. It's more when somebody asks about it, I'm happy to talk about it, but it can be vulnerable and it can be hard. So, but I'm grateful that I do.
It's kind of the beautiful thing about Twitch too, is
Mm-hmm.
like that's kind of a platform where you can actually talk to your viewers, and like any other platform really doesn't
Yeah.
give you that opportunity. So
Right.
I mean, it's awesome that, like you said, like it's not something you'd want to go through again, but having gone through it, like you can actually talk to your fans about this.
Exactly.
And, you know, and that's
Yeah.
that's really awesome. So I'm glad you do that. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's
Amazing.
fun. I enjoy it a lot.
I enjoy it every time I talk to you. There's always like a lot.
We've had some pretty awesome talks today. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for cultivating this space too. I enjoy
Thank
talking
you
to
for
both of you.
making time driving, because I know it's a pretty like.
Traffic was awful,
Yeah,
and
the
it's a
drive.
Saturday, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, this is not it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
thank you so much, Helena. I hope to see you back soon. Not only for music but also for the hangs.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you guys just for being here. Just amazing, amazing music, amazing night.
Yeah.
Closure Club, thank you so much for the resub as well.
Ooh,
So
Closure.
nice. Thank you so much. But yeah, guys, thank you for being here every Saturday.
Oh,
we really appreciate
yes.
you. Oh, we should go get some Taco Bell.
Taco Bell
after
sounds like a
this.
move.
Oh,
Freaking
yes.
move.
Anyways, let's go.
Post stream Taco Bell.
Post stream Taco Bell. Oh, let's go. Lexi, is good to see you as well. Shout out to Lexi, she's amazing. But yeah, thank you guys just for being here every Saturday, supporting us, supporting the artists as well. It's something that we really appreciate a lot. We actually love that a lot. Just community, it's something that matters to us a lot, and just something that is just the beautiful thing about Twitch, and that we don't have any other platforms.
Yeah.
So join Discord, follow us on Instagram. Please follow Helena, go listen to her music, put it on the playlist, you know, all the jazz.
Yeah.
Please, because that's what we do here. Thank you so much for just being here, all of y'all. Any final words? Anything? Any plans or anything that you wanna say?
Man.
Come to your stream. We have like.
Any, like,
No,
special
thank you guys.
announcements?
Thank you guys for having me. I'm really grateful. I don't have any play. I do have a subathon next Saturday at 11, and it'll go pastel. Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna go. I think it depends on subs. So
It's
we're
probably
gonna
gonna go.
There you go.
we're gonna have a grand old time. So if you wanna pop in, feel free. But also
Hey.
check out Mogul next week. So
Check out Mogul next week. There's gonna be an amazing artist. It's in the chat, Lexi Lynn. So thank you
Woo.
so much for being here. Also, shout out to Kenny. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
dude. We love you. I miss you.
I keep being ignored.
to see
Mel,
you.
we
to
love
see
you,
you
Mel.
soon. Mel, thank you so much for all the support tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you. Should we? I mean, we can play another song if you want to.
I'm down.
Should we play another one?
Sure.
An encore.
We could.
I mean, I'm down.
You guys can if you want to.
Boom.
Cool.
Sure,
Yeah.
let's do it. Do you
We can
wanna?
Okay, so there are two options. We could do Paramore.
Which one?
I mean, what's the one you usually do on stream? Is it still into you?
Any phone.
Or no? Oh, Ain't It Fun. We could do that, or we could do another original.
It's up to you.
I'm good with, and then another one,
And
and
another
another
one.
one. What is that from? That's from something.
It's DJ Khaled.
DJ
Yeah,
Khaled.
yeah.
Oh,
And another one.
Another one.
and another one.
Dave, it's good to see you.
I don't know. What are we? Are you feeling one?
I'm down. Like we could even play both. Like.
We could. I'm down.
I
I wanna finish my tea.
Sure. We have this here. We talked about this, right? And we talked about this.
I've also decided I am definitely a tea out of the bag kind
Oh.
of person because it smacks me in the face.
Can we have a poll in the chat? Do you guys keep your bag of tea when you make tea on your cup, or you don't? Are you just brew it and then that's it, which is, I guess the right way for some, or do you just keep it there and then you just pour more water on
Yeah,
it later?
because I prefer taking the tea bag out, but I'm always too lazy. Also, because usually when I make tea, I make London fogs, like little tea lattes, and so they've got little foam, and I don't want to take out the foam, so I leave it in. But then it smacks me in the face, so because I drink it all, it's all gone, and then just straight in the face.
And thank you for showing me that tea the other day, the spice tea or whatever.
Yes,
Oh, that was like honestly one of my
I
best
finally
teas.
sent it to you, right? It took me
You
freaking
did.
forever. I was like, just send the tea. What psychopath leaves the bag in? Oh my gosh.
All right.
I remember Finch and I had a fight over that on
There's the poll.
my stream.
Are we
Yes, guys.
allowing closure to even vote in this? Because he was very obvious about his opinion when he brought up this question. I mean, he literally
Okay,
phrased the
okay.
question. He was like, "So, do you leave the tea bag in, or do you do it the right way and take it out?" And it was like,
So good.
I don't think that you can answer that question.
I'm
like, what about you, Heath? I'm not sure what your opinion
Yeah,
is.
what is your opinion on this?
I'm dead.
That was not.
That was not.
It was a paraphrase.
It was a
more-
paraphrase.
It was a paraphrase.
His word was the proper way, not the proper way. What was
It's
it?
more flavor for the same price.
Hey.
Okay, but Astrax, here's the thing though. If you take it out, you can put it back in, and that way you don't waste the flavor on one cup.
That is true.
Do I do that? No. But it's not a bad idea.
Take it out. I'm actually surprised.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Right. I'm actually surprised the amount of people that takes it out. Because I usually, just because of being lazy, I just leave it.
Yeah, I'm just lazy enough. I don't prefer it,
Right.
but I do it because I'm like, meh. But do you make?
But do you, no, never,
Pesto.
never microwave it, you know? Please.
No,
Please.
that's not
That's
it.
not a thing. You
Unless
just-
it's already cold, then you can reheat it. I feel
Right,
like.
but like you put it back in the pot or something.
I
like-
mean, I would prefer hot
Or you just
water,
make it
and
cold.
so I guess you could get a kettle.
you can
But
get
if
a
you don't
kettle.
want the time, it does
Right.
does you
Well,
know.
just the extra, the extra step, it makes it better. So,
I guess.
hey, we love it. All right. So, do we decide?
I don't know. Did we decide? Are we doing?
It's
Are
up to
we
you.
doing-
If you want to finish with an original, do it. If you want to finish with the cover, because
Well, the
whatever-
cover's more upbeat.
right.
I don't
Should
know.
we
Exactly.
ask chat?
Yeah, we could ask
Should we
Chat.
ask
Do
Chat?
we want to do Paramore or do we want to do somebody else, which is an original?
Somebody else. Or
Why not
Paramore.
both?
Say, why not both?
Why not? But we could do
I mean,
both.
let's do both then.
Okay, cool.
All right.
There
We'll
we
do
go.
somebody else, then we'll end with Paramore. How about that?
There you go.
Oh, sure.
Cool.
Already.
Although, 100%. We'll see if I actually make it through that one. But again, this is an encore. So
Encore.
I didn't
dual
practice this
encore.
one. Yeah.
Dual encore.
Yeah, right. It's true. I mean, usually I feel like artists do 2 songs when they do an encore live now. Right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. We just
A lot of
leave
the
it.
shows I go
Original
to
in the
now.
Paramore style.
Well, should we
Oh my gosh, imagine.
Let's do it.
Just
Shoot.
Paramore or somebody else? Just kidding. All right.
He's like, no, that's not it. Gotta get up and leave and come back though. Oh, okay, we could leave and come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, this is somebody else. That's it.
That's it. Somebody else.
It's original. That was probably assumed though at this point.
Overanalyze everything I do. Sometimes I filter out the truth. It's pretty light and just one point of view. Fantasies how I am construed. I can't keep it up. No, it's too hard to compete with this version of me. I fell in love with somebody else. I never knew the way that I felt. I fell in love with somebody else. Oh, somebody else. I don't recognize myself from where I stand. Painted eyes. I'm loving who I am, not dehumanized. For someone else I can't visualize the subtle side of it. I can't keep it up, no. It's too hard to compete with this version of me. I fell in love with somebody else. I never knew the way that I felt. I fell in love with somebody else. Oh, somebody else. I feel like I'm addicted as hell to my disguise. I'm losing myself. I fell in love with somebody else. Oh, somebody else. Somebody else. Ooh, oh, somebody else. Oh, I fell in love with somebody else. I never knew the way that I felt. I fell in love with somebody else. Oh, somebody else. I feel like I'm addicted as hell to my disguise. I'm losing myself. I fell in love with somebody else. Oh, somebody else.
Wow.
Sweet.
Every single song is like, wow. It's just speechless.
Thank you.
No, it's amazing.
Thank you so much. I
Amazing.
appreciate it.
Such a literally like I think I told you this like last time, I don't remember, but it's like literally perfect amount of lyrics with like chords. Like it's not a lot.
Right.
Thank
It's
you.
like just literally
Yeah.
perfect. Right,
Yeah,
so.
we play a lot with production, so because of that, we keep the pattern and the progression fairly simple.
Yeah. We love it.
When did you write this one?
I wrote this one. When did I write it? When I was starting to look into TikTok, actually.
Oh, nice.
I looked at the page, like the little screen when you start to record, and I saw this little thing, and it was the little like wand, little star wand, and it's not beauty filter. It just says beauty that you turn on and off. And I was like, what message are we sending to people?
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that we, and like when you turn it on, it softens your face. It gives you like, I don't know the extent of what it does, but it makes you look more beautiful, you know, in the eyes of TikTok. And so the fact that there are younger generations who are on this platform and that's what they're seeing, like, you're not beautiful on your own. You need this extra filter. And so the song, from that kind of came this song, this idea that like I fell in love with the filtered version of myself. And like I'm addicted. So later on it's like I'm addicted as hell to my disguise. I'm losing myself. So it's like I'm so focused on wanting to have filters, wanting to present myself in a certain way because I feel like I have to. I'm guilty of that, you know, like I feel like I have to present myself in a certain way. Like if my face isn't clear that day, or if, you know, like I'm just not feeling confident in how I look or how I am, like I can add some, like throw in some auto-tune. I can, you know, and not that any of those things are bad. I think filters are really a cool way to express, but if they're being seen as a replacement of your own beauty, then that's when we fall into issues. So that's really what inspired this song, was me being kind of like insecure, and I'm like, wait, that's dumb. Like, why do I have to focus on it? Why do I need a filter to make me beautiful? So, yeah.
Again, with the really awesome messages behind the really awesome music. So
thank
this
you.
has been awesome
you.
to watch.
It's been great.
And be a
Believe
part
me,
of it.
every time I'm just playing.
I cannot do this without Sonata. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So also Mel was asking if we could see a
Yes,
gift.
I almost missed that. Let me see. Darren, can you
Yes, of course, of course.
that little thing there?
It's the thing right there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Cool.
We got
So
that
Amazing.
special hand.
that's a little gift that Helena.
There we go.
I don't know if you can
Do you
see.
wanna-
it.
Regifting
wanna-
it here
it's-
again.
It's a little otter.
It's a little. For those who
Thank
don't know,
you, Bishop.
this I love otters. So hey, there you go. Cool. So it's a
Yeah.
little literally. I don't know how the heck you like. Literally, it just came to you, and I appreciate you thinking about me and just. It's a little
Yeah.
otter, guys.
My
Little otter.
neighbor was moving, and he's like was kind of half joking, and he's like, "Do you know anyone who would want this?" And I'm like, "Actually, I do." And he's like, "Really?" I'm like, "I really do. I have someone who would love this," and so yeah.
So
There it
yeah,
is.
we
There
have a
he
little
is.
otter. I think his name is Kevin.
Yeah, he
just-
feels like a Kevin.
It feels like a Kevin.
feels like
so
a Kevin to
the
me.
the order. You
Kevin
might
the
see it
like,
around.
really?
So thank
Yeah.
you.
I want to see
appreciate
that
You're
on
welcome.
stream for sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's
yeah.
It's a vibe.
I was like, he'll be in good hands.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's gonna. I'm literally gonna keep it probably forever. And it's
Please do.
It's, yeah. It's
Yeah,
pretty sturdy,
he's good. He's good quality. You know,
So. Very quality.
long lasting.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Amazing.
Hey, Lexi, there you go.
Shout out to Kevin.
I'm just gonna put Kevin here.
Yeah,
There
we'll
we
do
go.
that. Or yeah, wait, he could be facing the audience too. Look at him.
Right.
He's just happy, a little happy dude.
Oh, happy dude.
We stand Kevin. We do.
All right, guys.
Kevin.
Well, you wanna play? You wanna
Let's-
play one more?
Yeah, we
Maybe
could do.
come
Let's
on.
do some Paramore.
Okay. Do you,
Summon Tarp.
Alrighty.
Did it? Wait, Tarp. Did you see the otter?
Hey, Tarp!
Tarp, there's an otter.
Hey. All right. Do you want the lyrics?
Yeah,
first?
that'd be great actually,
All
because
right,
I definitely
just
don't know them.
1 second, guys.
Well, we should mention if you are new and you are just tuning in, this is Mogul House Live. We're here with Helena Meyer Meyer. We already passed Gravity. It's not Mayer.
It's not Mayer anymore. We're back to Meyer.
We're already back to Meyer.
We're back there.
And Sonata G Major. I'm helping them out, co-hosting, and we've been having a great time. And they're about to do some Paramore to close us out.
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna
So
close it out.
we
with
hope
some-
we hope you enjoy this last tune.
Is that? Let's
do it.
Can you read
I used to. I feel like
Okay.
it's. I really used to be good at reading from long distances, and I think my eyesight is. I blame technology. I blame a lot on technology, but I blame my poor eyesight, my slowly worsening eyesight on technology.
All right. Do you think that's good?
Yeah, that's great.
It's.
Pastel asks, is it
kinda
We can just like.
Meyer or Mayer? But they're both spelled the same,
Meyer.
so I really don't know
right?
that she's.
Meyer. It's Meyer.
It's-
That's why so on Twitch we have a new little community name. We're called the Meyer Lemons, and it's partially so that we
Amazing.
say my name right.
Yeah.
So
My early months.
it was strategic.
I will say I only messed it up because you played Gravity and I said
Yeah, you said
Mayer.
no. It's okay.
So,
It's okay.
I knew it. I was like, I watched your stream. I saw the bio. I knew what was
yeah.
going on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My early months.
ban Darren Kirk. So please don't. Please don't. This is like the last time I'm ever gonna host here.
Right. She said the wrong name. She got pissed. No, it's
Alright,
good.
well,
I get it all the time. I'm just used to it. I'm like, yeah, my name doesn't look like it sounds. It. Yes, that was right. I said that correctly. Just it took a second. I was like, wait. Okay, let's do it.
Do you want to leave it there, or do you want to scroll down and then?
I can scroll.
Okay, cool.
We need to. Yeah. I'll do my best. Oh wait, no. This has everything. We should be good because the
Right.
rest just does the same
It's
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, guys. This is actually a first time because we haven't.
We've
played this
never
ever.
done this together.
So we'll see how it goes.
We're gonna see. It'll be fun. Why not?
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Do you want to say something? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. If you're new here and you just are tuning in, my name's Darren. I'm helping Sonata here co-host Mogul House Live. We're here with Helena Meyer, and what tune is this again?
This is Ain't It Fun. We're doing some Paramore.
Ain't It Fun? Paramore.
I grew up on Paramore.
Yeah,
This is good.
absolutely.
Freaking
So
love Paramore.
we hope you enjoy, and I certainly have. I've had a fantastic time
This has
here.
been so fun.
And it's been amazing. Amazing talks,
Yeah.
amazing music. It's awesome. So please enjoy.
I don't mind letting it down easy, but just give it time. If it don't hurt now, then just wait a while. You're not the big fish in the pond no more. You are what they're feeding on. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? Ain't it fun living in the real world? Ain't it good being all alone? Where you from? You might be the one who's running things. Well, you can ring any bell just to get what you want. I forgot what they were. See, it's easy to ignore trouble when you're living in a bubble. to your mama. Cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama. Cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama. Cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama. Cause you're on your own in the real. Ain't, oh, hello. Hold up. We dropped it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I just dropped the iPad. Okay, we're cool. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Baby, now you're one of us. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Living in the real world. Ain't it good? Ain't it good? Being all alone. Ain't it fun to be on your own? Ain't it fun you can't count on no one? Ain't it good to be on your own? Ain't it fun you can't count on no one? Ain't it fun? Oh, living in the real world. Don't go crying, and don't go crying to your mama. Cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mom, to your mama. On your own in the real world.
What a vibe. What a vibe that was.
Anyway.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was
That's
really
fun.
fun. That was really fun. I see chat loved it. Chat was, I had to go in and be a part of chat because we were having so much fun. I didn't want to miss out on that too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You guys, Helena Meyer.
Amazing.
Helena
And
Meyer
Sonata.
Music.
And Sonata. Yeah,
this
we
is
need to give
this
Sonata
is-
some love in the chat. He
this is-
killed it too.
Yeah, serious love to
He killed it
Sonata.
too.
So
But
thank
yeah.
thank you guys. Thank you just for being here. Always, it's lovely to see all your names as well, and thank you just for supporting us. We really appreciate it, and for being here again on a Saturday night with Helena Meyer. If you haven't followed her again, go follow her because she's amazing. You just heard her. She's amazing. So yeah. Any final
Any
words?
No, thanks again for having me on here. I'm so excited about what you guys are doing at Mogul, and I'm excited to see how this continues and how this is continuing to be cultivated, because I think that it's so necessary, especially for independent artists. So I'm really grateful to be here. Grateful to be a part of such an incredible community. Thank you everyone in chat. I see so many friendly and familiar faces. Can we see the warm down? So it's just the same as a warm up. You just do it a little slower, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so grateful. So
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Next
Next
time.
week with Lexi. And thank you guys. Love you all. Stick around for the raid. Don't forget to wait for the raid. We're
Wait
gonna
for the
raid
raid.
you to an amazing artist as well. Shout out to everybody, to the team. Thank you so much, guys. Darian
job.
as well. Shout out to you. Thank you for just co-hosting with me. I appreciate
Yes.
it.
Yeah, it was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
So
Absolutely.
good meeting
Thank you
you.
for having me. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Bishop, it's good to see you as well. Hope everything's fine. Love you all. We'll see you next
Bishop.
time. Thank you so much
thank
for
you.
being here.
We miss you.
See ya.